welcome to day 53 of our 60 days of basic networking. What we're gonna talk here is the basics of virtualization. So basics lang, yung fundamentals lang para maintindihan natin kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng virtualization, lalo na dun sa tinatawag nating server virtualization. Kasi when you go out there, for example, hindi naman lahat ng kumbaga hahawakan mo is puro router and switches lang. Although if you're a pure network engineer tapos sa malalaking company, ganun talaga, pero mas maganda na rin na meron tayong nalalaman in terms of virtualization. Okay, so ang legacy or ang karaniwang setup ng mga servers natin is normally we have the physical server itself, yung appliance mismo, and then for each of that server, kumbaga for each of that appliance, meron tayong mga OS, meron tayong sariling RAM, meron tayong CPU, and meron tayong iba't ibang hardware for that specific server. Diba? So ibig sabihin, if we have SQL server, so we have one of this for SQL server. If we have email server, so we have one of this for email server. If we have email, FTP server, and so on, kada service na siniserve nung server natin, we have to have a separate server. Diba? So, for example, if you have or if you're running 6 services dun sa network infrastructure mo na kailangan ng server, that means you have to purchase or you have to procure 6 servers, 'di ba? Physical servers para i-service yung mga needs na 'yon, ika nga. Right? Nagigets, 'di ba? That means if you're going to take a look, ganito yung mangyayari, 'di ba? So, lipat ko muna yung mukha ko. Okay? Ayan. So, nakikita nyo dito, 'di ba? We have multiple servers for each of the services. So, we have web server here. We have email server, SQL server, file server, DHCP server, Active Directory server, Radius server, network management server, di ba? So, 8 services, 8 physical servers. So, ganito yung traditional setup, ganito yung legacy setup na nangyayari sa infrastructure natin in terms of servers. Di ba? Kada service na kailangan ng company or infrastructure mo, you have to have a servers or physical server for that service. Diba? Ang problema is underutilized yung iba. O kaya naman, siyempre, mahal. Tapos, it costs time to deploy. And then, in terms of management, you have to manage 8 physical machines. Diba? You get this? Diba? So, ngayon, in terms of virtualization, we can have all of this. For example, or sabihin na natin, hatiin natin sa dalawa. This can be on server 1 alone, one physical server, and this one can be on server 2. If we virtualize na lang natin. So how does that work? Yun nga, that's where virtualization comes in. Okay, so next slides tayo. So in terms of virtualization, as you can see here, we only have one physical server. Okay, one physical server, and then from that physical server, we can have what we call hypervisor. Okay, so ano yung hypervisor? We're gonna talk that in the next lesson. Pero in that physical server, we can create virtual machines or virtual servers wherein we can run different types of services. So kung dun sa nauna or dun sa traditional setup or legacy setup, kada service kailangan natin ng physical server. Ngayong meron na tayong hypervisor, we can run multiple services under a one physical server. So how does that happen? So as you can see here in the picture, 'di ba? Meron lang tayong isang physical server. Sabihin na natin this is a Dell high-end physical server na merong 128 GB of RAM and so on and so forth, right? One physical server. Now, we can install a hypervisor. Sabihin na nating vSphere ni VMware. And then from there, makakapag-install na tayo ng different different guest operating system kung saan mararan natin yung different services. Diba? So, the difference is you're only running it on a one physical server, and then as you can see here, you have multiple services running on that physical server. Diba? Dun sa naunang video, itong mga to niraran ng one physical server for each of the service. Dito sa ating virtualization, okay, dito sa ating virtualization setup or virtualized setup, they are all running on a one physical server. Does that make sense? So that means hindi na tayo magmamanage ng 8 physical servers, hindi na tayo bibili ng 8 physical servers, hindi na tayo magagastos, hindi na rin tayo ma-underutilize kasi you can allocate kung ano lang talaga yung kailangan ng services na yun. Kasi when you buy, for example, a physical server, lahat yun naka-allocate dun sa services na yun. Right? Now, in terms of virtual servers or virtualization, we can allocate a resources, for example, a certain amount of RAM, CPU, and storage for a for a certain services. Ibig sabihin, kung hindi naman talagang matako sa services, for example, yung web server o kaya naman yung email server nyo, you can allocate the specific amount of specific amount of resources like CPU, RAM, and storage dun sa services na yun. And then allocate dun sa mga matatakaw sa resources yung mas marami. You get the point? In physical servers na isa-isa, kung ano yung nandun sa physical servers, yun na yun. Para dun sa services na yun. In virtualized environment, we can manage or budget the resources for each of the services na meron tayo. You getting here, di ba? So this is basically the basics of virtualization. So ang nangyari is yung mga physical servers na legacy or traditional setup natin is unti-unti na inaalis in today's environment, lalo na pagdating sa cloud, di ba? So dun sa nauna, pinag-usapan natin yung cloud basics wherein we do have different types of cloud services. They are all running in a virtualized environment right now. Does it make sense? Right? So, to illustrate the point better, baba ko na yung camera ko para nandito lang ako sa sulok. Okay, to illustrate my point better, here's what we have for a legacy or traditional setup. Okay, so we have the hardware here, the firmware, and then the OS, and then we run the services for that server, right? One server, one services. Now, in a virtualized environment, here's what we have. We have the hardware, we have the firmware, the same. Now, we have what we call the hypervisor. Okay, so ano yung hypervisor? It's basically a software that allows to virtualize, okay, or manage virtualized environment or VMs. Okay, mamaya pag-uusapan natin yan. And then, on the top of that hypervisor, we can have different services or different virtual machines that will manage those services. Okay, so for example, we have web servers here, we have email server here, we have file server here. Okay, take note ha, that is running on a single machine. Siyempre, kailangan mataas yung specs nung server natin na yun kasi marami siyang hahawakan, pero the concept is basically to put everything in one high-end server and then install a hypervisor. Mag-install ka ng hypervisor, tapos mag-install ka ng mga guest OS mo dyan or VMs to manage all those services. Does that make sense? Good. Right? Now, before we end this video, let's define what really virtualization is. Okay, so basically virtualization is the process of creating a software base or virtualized version of something. For example, compute, storage, networking, servers, like what we said, and applications. Kasi dati, it most applicable on servers, pero in today's world, kumbaga, it applies in everything na, like for example, applications, networking, storage, compute, and so on. Like katulad ng sinabi ko kanina dun sa previous lesson natin na cloud, they are all running on a virtualized environment. Meaning, yung mga resources, yung mga, for example, sa AWS, di ba? AWS compute, AWS storage, and so on and so forth, they are all running on a virtualized environment. Meron lang talagang dedicated or what you call this, data center, sabihin na natin si AWS, and then lahat ng mga clients nila, kung ano lang yung kailangan, they are only providing that certain resources to the client. Diba? They are all running because of virtualization. Pero I hope by now, you now understand the basic or the fundamental meaning ng tinatawag nating virtualization. Okay, so kanina, may nabanggit tayo ng hypervisor, di ba? So, ano yung hypervisor? That's what we're going to talk about in the next lesson. Okay, so I decided to cut this lesson in a average 10-minute like we always do dito sa ating CCNA Masterclass para walang information overload. So, for now, let this lesson sink in and hopefully you now understand the basic and fundamentals na tinatawag or yung concept na tinatawag nating virtualization.